Hello and welcome to SDP. We have now completed our registration, so today we're going to be looking at completing the profile. So your next step after registering as a supplier with Public Contract Scotland would be to log in and complete your profiles. So before we do that, I just want to point the URL at the top of your screen. So simply type that into your taskbar and then click on login. And here we are. That will take us straight to the suppliers area. Everything you want to do can be contained within the suppliers area. It's the fourth tab underneath the Public Contract Scotland logo. And when you scroll down, you'll see that you can search notices, you can search for buyers, you can look at the contract register. You can complete your profile, which is what we're going to do today. Company profile, alert profile, supplier finder profile, and your single procurement document profile. So this area here is the next step after registering. You'll also notice that you can access postbox responses and you can pair your system with PCST. Now, PCST, Public Contract Scotland Tender, is a completely different website. It's a sister website. So you would want to also be registered on Public Contract Scotland. And just to let you know the difference between the two, Public Contract Scotland is an advertising portal that's also used to administer lower value contracts. Public Contract Scotland Tender, the site that's on your screen just now, is a secure vault for exchanging commercially sensitive information. So your buyer will advertise the contract on Public Contract Scotland. They will give you specific details to take you into Public Contract Scotland Tender to access the tender documents so that you can start to complete your information and upload any documentation the buyer needs from you. But today it's about Public Contract Scotland. So let's go back onto Public Contract Scotland. We're going to the suppliers area. We're going to scroll down and we're going to start to complete details. So the alert profile. Now the alert profile is to allow you to receive an email every single night around 7 o'clock at night with all calls for competition that were uploaded that day from public sector buyers that are relevant to you. So if we create a profile, we'll not receive an email containing absolutely everything. We'll only receive an email containing the relevant calls for competition. So the first thing you'd want to do is put in your categories. Now, you can browse categories if you're not sure what codes are relevant to your business. You can have a wee browse through them and pick the ones that are relevant. Now, to let you understand, the codes are called CPV codes. They're Common Procurement Vocabulary, and it's digits that match words that are universal. So if we scroll down, let's just have a wee look. If we were in, for example, the furniture business. Now, we'll see that there's 39 that are the digits, and then it's all the zeros. So that's the hierarchy code, but there's a wee plus sign at the side. So if we click on the plus sign, we can start to then get into more detailed information. So we've now got 398. So I've added more digits and less zeros, but that's cleaning and polishing of furniture. This one's domestic appliances. Then we're looking at furniture. There's two different codes here for furniture. One's got a 2 and one's got a 1. Miscellaneous equipment or textiles. Now, if I look at this 392 and less zeros, we see that we start to get into 3924. So again, more digits, less zeros, but we're getting a wee bit more specific now. So is it trays and desk equipment? Is it kitchen equipment? Is it special purchase products? So let's go into desk equipment. Again, a wee plus sign so I can get more specific. I've now got 39261 and again less zeros. Is it trays? Is it equipment? So we're going to stay with equipment. Click on the wee plus sign and we're now getting into desk sets. Now, a hint or tip would be to not go as specific as desk sets because your buyer might not go that specific. Keep it one code above. So I would choose that one for desk equipment and I'll choose that one for furniture for the moment. Then when your alerts start to come in, if there are calls for competition, tender opportunities that are not relevant for your business, you can come back in and just hone this a wee bit better, maybe take out codes that are bringing through the irrelevant contracts for you. But for the moment, let's go down and save. And we can go back up and we can browse more, or we can go in and search. We could type furniture into the wee bar and press go, and that will bring us up codes that we can have a wee look at and see if any of these. So is it bedroom furniture? Is it computer furniture? Is it the dining room furniture one we already have? But are we involved in locks, or are we more about design? So we tick the boxes that are of interest to us and then add. And that's that part of your alert setup. So anything that's advertised from a public sector buyer that contains the CPV codes that you've chosen, you will be notified of through an email about 7 o'clock at night. The next thing you want to do is go in and choose your geographical locations. Now, STP work across the whole country. We work with all 32 local authorities, so I have chosen all. You could also choose to work outside Scotland if that's an area of interest to you, and then save. And that's your alert profile complete. So from here, your next step is to go back to your suppliers area, scroll down to the My Profile area and complete your supplier finder profile. Now, the supplier finder profile is exactly what it says on the tin. It's going to allow you to be found by buyers when they want to invite you to Quick Quote. Now, remember, we have a dedicated course to Quick Quote within the e-learning platform to explain exactly what that is. But scrolling down, the first thing I'll say is that PCS defaults to unpublished the first time you arrive here. So you'll put in all of your details, your company details, your contact details. Choose what regions you want to work in. As I said earlier, we work with all 32 councils, so mine are populated for all 32, but you would choose from the list which ones you want to add and pop them across into your selected regions. Scrolling down, this is the opportunity for you to bang your drum. There's 4,000 characters. Let the buyer know who you are, what you do, how you do it, who you do it for right now, all who, what, when, and where. Get all of that good information in there so that the buyer knows exactly what you do. So bang your drum, use that as your piece of marketing. Down here, you want to fill in all your pillars of expertise. What does your business specialise in? You can have more than one word within a box. You just comma separate them and fill that in as best you can. You can then upload your logo and then let the buyer know that you're an SME. You want to let the buyer know that you are a small to medium sized business that employs less than 250 employees, if that is appropriate for you. And then save and view. Now this is the view the buyer has. When the buyer clicks into the supplier finder profile to find businesses that they want to invite to provide a quote, this is what they see. So you want to make sure their contact details are there. You want to make sure that there's a link to your website there. You've got all your details here. You've got pillars of expertise. And then of course that marketing information that we talked about. Let the buyer know who you are and what you do. And that's your profiles. Thank you for watching.